Hey Ted, how are you?
Hey nurses, how are you?
Fine, what can I do for you?
Good. Well, I actually brought in the Porsche that I'd called you guys about last week.
Right, see it?
Wanted you to do a pre-inspection on the car, take a sharp look at it. I need everything checked, make sure all the bells and whistles are working.
Very important. I think it's a wise decision. You wouldn't buy a house without having it inspected, so it's a great investment. We'll take care of it for you.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Just like any other high dollar investment such as this, you would want to make sure that everything is working properly on the car, whether it be a house, car, boat, anything like that. You want to make sure that you have a trained individual check the car out beforehand.
You look at it like a very small insurance policy. I mean, if you've got the right type of car, you bring it to the right kind of dealer to get it looked at. You know, and Nurses is the guy when it comes to European cars. This car is right up his alley, in his wheelhouse. He knows it better than I do and can identify any issues.
You're buying the previous owner's habits just as much as you're buying the car. You want to make sure, is the car been serviced correctly? Was it repaired correctly? There's a lot of people out there who are willing to make a quick buck and do a cheap repair. Sometimes an insurance company may only pay for a used part and the car may have been repaired improperly if it was in an accident. Some of the things we're going to check are going to be the obvious things. We're going to make sure all the lights are working. We're going to make sure that all the interior pieces are working, the engine doesn't overheat, that the fluids are in the correct levels and the conditions of those fluids are good. And if anything is off right there, we're going to let you know before you purchase the car. Then we're going to really dive in deep. We're going to go into the paint and body, and we're going to look at the frame rails. We're going to look at the condition of the paint. You'd be surprised how often a car gets painted on the front and rear bumpers, as well as the front end. And European cars actually stop much quicker than the average car on the road. So unfortunately, as a byproduct of that, they get rear-ended a lot. So in terms of looking deeper into the car, if you're not the type of person who does want a car that's been painted or had body work on it, we're going to find that out pretty quickly. And then we're going to go even further and make sure that there's been no improper repairs on the car or needed repairs that have been neglected at the time. Then we're going to go into the service of the car and make sure that all the services are up to date, as well as minor things like wheel condition. Are the wheels scratched up from going around a curb too quickly and catching it through like a bank or a drive-through? What kind of condition are the tires in? Essentially, what type of wear is on the interior? The interior is where you spend a majority of your time in the car, so you want it to be a nice place to be.
It's like 1% of what you're paying, which could save you thousands of dollars.
Also, if you're the type of person that does not want a car that's ever been in an accident, a pre-purchase inspection will tell you those type of things.
Autoscope, trust and value the way car repair should be.